Here in America, restaurants rely on tips to help pay the wages of their employees so that they can compete with the prices of their competitors. But recently, there's been an entire shift in almost every industry, and now tipping is being used everywhere you go. There's even self-checkouts asking for a tip. People are upset at the tipping culture here in the United States. That begs the question, should tipping be required? My first thought is no, it shouldn't. But what would change if tipping went away? You see, the main reason restaurants advocate for tipping in the first place is because it helps them spend less on labor and therefore lets them lower the prices of their food. So without that tip, prices would rise 15 to 20% at most restaurants. Wait a minute, that's basically the price of a tip. I think we might have it better with tips because at least we have the option to pay more. Introducing the mandatory tip. Wait, what? Yeah, you can be required to give something that's considered voluntary, but thankfully it's typically only required for people with a party of 6 or more, which to me seems fair when you consider how much work your waiter is having to put in for your entire group. But why are they marketing it as a tip? Because legally it's considered a service charge. Oh well, at least our waiter is getting paid for this large group. Oh wait, I forgot to mention, since it's legally considered a service charge, the restaurant can choose whether to give any to the waiters. So mandatory tips might not be fair after all. Also, it's not just ridiculous things that we're tipping for that is making people so upset. It's the fact that if you don't tip, you're seen as a horrible person. Instead of shifting the blame to the restaurant for underpaying their employees, we're now pressured into making up the difference. A tip is supposed to be voluntary and a gift for good service, not an expectation. But why isn't there anything changing? Well, in order to understand why, we need to look at who is benefiting from these tips. Restaurants, of course, benefit from not having to pay their employees' wages. But it's also the waiters that benefit heavily due to this system. Having an hourly rate prevents the waiters from earning more. And with the pressure from society to tip, some can make up to $40 an hour on the weekends. So why would you go against a system that's making you way more money? I do want to mention that tips aren't equal at all places, so not every waiter is making that type of money. It's a risky job because tips are really inconsistent among customers. But overall, waiters typically make more than an hourly employee, but could literally only make $2 an hour on a slow day, most of which goes to taxes. So, tipping, should it be required? That's a great question, and I honestly don't know. Let me know what you think.